Welcome back to the DFS Sweatshop, where I am your host, the DFS Jerusalem, and you can follow me, of course, on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. Today, we are going to talk a little bit about what happened yesterday. Also, we're going to be covering what we can look forward to. We've got a pretty good slate, man. Two, actually. We've got a slate of 4 games that's going to be in the early. And then we've got the main slate is going to be 10 games at 7:05. So we got a ton of stuff, man. The golf tournament's over. Did pretty good in my golf tournaments. Cashed in the 3 golf rounds that I threw in. I cashed in 3 of those. That was nice. Had a pretty solid day of MLB over the last couple of days. Didn't play a lot. We've got a very big week coming up for me personally. As a barber, back to school is where we get it in at. I've got 2 free days of cutting hair, making sure all the kids in my area can go back to school with a fresh haircut at no charge. Then I've also got that day before school, Wednesday. So Monday, Tuesday, I'll be cutting for free, making sure all the kids get that first cut. And then Wednesday, anybody that didn't want to get involved in the free stuff, they can definitely they can definitely come Wednesday, and I can take care of it too. So looking forward to that, man. It's gonna be a very solid week. And finally, my kids get out the house. Summer is over, baby. Children, take y'all back to school. Nice. So we're gonna get the house back to is everything gonna go back to normal. Glad school is back in order. Loving that. So let's go ahead, man. Jump real quick into today's slate. Let me reset that. Yeah. Yep, we got the 4-game early joint. So we're gonna go to DK and check it out. All right. On DraftKings and FanDuel, I'm sure they've got differing joints here. We've got 4 games at 610. That's gonna be the early slate. That's solid, man. You got 4 games there. Definitely something that you can work with. That's solid. Then of course, you've got the 10 games at 7:07. We've got 3 games at 8:05 in the turbo, 4 games in the night, and then in the late night we got 3 games. So very solid slate over on DraftKings. I'm sure you guys are gonna want to get into those. Then in terms of NFL, we got preseason 3 games jumping off at 7 o'clock. It won't be long, baby, before we into week 1. Now I will be dropping a week 2 preseason video talking in depth about football, about NFL. So be on the lookout for that too. Of course, we got the esports jump popping off. Michael Jordan did a damn thing in esports. We got the homie Kurt cover in the mix that definitely helps out in terms of that. And let's take a look, man. Go over to Twitter and take a look. Yo, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. The homie Philip G. Okay, I did good today in PGA. Represented the logo all the way. Look at the homie. The homie went ham here. Are you getting this? Nutty. This is crazy. Yo, almost 5 stacks, man. I mean, okay, then we got 2,500. Beautiful. Beautiful. The logo on top, shining, first place. That's where you want to see it. Okay? We've got, who else had a good one? The homie Michael Jordan. Killed it in esports, man. Killed it. Had a really solid day for him. That was nice. That was beautiful. Good to watch. Here we go. The homie Fantasy Killer. What a Fantasy Killer. That's my dude right there, bro. That's my dude. 176.85 in an MLB 10K base hit single entry. I think that's the $12 joint. Nice. That was beautiful, man. Glad to see him. A guy that's very active in the shop, always helping out. And not only he entered that same lineup in another one, he was also in the line drive single entry. I believe that was like a $40 buy-in. Nice. So, yo, cats have been eating and getting to it, and it's wonderful and it's beautiful to see. That's what we do in the shop, okay? That's what we do in the shop. So, yo, if you want to be a part of what we got going on, man, it's very simple. Go hit up the website, www.dfssweatshop.com, and I'm going to keep it real with you, man. I've been doing this for a while, bro, and if they was winning, you will be able to see it. Don't let the motherfuckers tell you they winning. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Don't let the other cats tell you they winning and you can't see it. If they winning, you'll see it. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. I've been doing this for a while, baby. And when they win, they show it. They've been quiet for a while because they ain't winning. Nobody do it like we do it. They just don't. That's just real talk. Nobody do it like us, man. We've been doing this for a while, and we're gonna continue, and we're gonna roll strong. That's how we do it. Enough of that. Let's go ahead and jump into today's MLB slate. First things first, man. We got 4 games. I'm going to do it slate by slate because we do have 4 games in that early. We can definitely talk about that. First pitch goes out at 6:10. We have the Cleveland Indians and the Boston Red Sox here. This is a 10-run total, 6-mile-per-hour wind going out toward the big green monster. 79 degrees here, 0% chance of rain. The Indians, man, are a very small favorite here. Negative 106 to negative 105. Those are the money lines right now. Pay attention to the line movement. It could shift and turn in different directions. We got Trevor Bauer here at 9.2. Doug Fister 6.1 automatically. I do not want to play Doug Fister in this spot. We look at what the Cleveland Indians do on the road versus righties. Let's take a look. On the road versus righties, the Indians. Where we got? Not great, not bad. 142 ISO, sub 300 WOBA, actually 292 WOBA with a 20.2% K rate. Doug Fister is not the type of pitcher that I think can capitalize on subpar numbers from the Cleveland Indians. I just don't think so, especially when you take a look at the top of their order and see those lefty-righty matchups or those switch-hitter matchups that he's going to be faced with. Doug Fister is not a guy that I want to use. Trevor Bauer is a very interesting prospect because after the Boston Red Sox go out and they hang up 10 runs, in the previous game, people are not going to be so apt to play Trevor Bauer in this spot. So at 9.2, looking over his last few starts, let's take a look. 27, 26, 27, and 15. Now, over his last 4 starts, has been one of the more consistent pitchers in the league. So I definitely think he deserves consideration. We take a look at what the Boston Red Sox do at the crib against right-handed pitching. And, I mean, it's not going to wow you. 21.2% K rate. You're going to get a 170 ISO with a 320 WOBA. Usable. If I had to take a look here in this game at pitching, it would be with Trevor Bauer in the spot at 9.2. Next game we're gonna have is the New York Mets. We got a Subway Series, baby. I love these. As a Yankees fan, as a Yankees man and a Yankees fan, I definitely love to check out those Subway Series, especially when they're in the Bronx. Rafael Montero 5K, Chad Green 5.3. The pitching sucks in this spot, so this could be an overly offensive game. Maybe what we're looking at. We're going to open it up on DK to make sure that these are the very same pitchers that we do see. Let's check it out. Yeah, bam. Let's make sure we got the same pitchers here. See, I got Luis Cessa and Rafael Montero. I don't have Chad Green here. Wouldn't want to play Cessa anyway. But you look at 5.3 or well, what's the price on Cessa on DK? 5.4. So it's 100 difference. He's 5.4. Okay, not a guy that I want to play. I think this could easily be one of the higher scoring games. There's no over under yet because it's probably going to be a tall run total here. We got 7-mile-per-hour wind going out toward left field. We know the short porch is there in New York, so I wouldn't have any problem playing bats on either side. I want nothing to do with the pitching in this matchup. But Montero or Cessa, none at all. Don't want to play either one of those cats. Next game we got is the Tampa Bay Rays and the Toronto Blue Jays. You got Jake Odorizzi, Nick Tepesh. Let's take a look over on DraftKings just to be sure these are the correct pitchers. Yes, we got them. Take a look at Tepesh at his last start at 4.8. Man, that dude is cheap. 2.3, 1.55. Not usable. You also take a look at Jake Odorizzi at 7.6. His last couple of starts, 7, 8, 25 against Oakland, negative 8.5. Yo, this is not good. Not good pitching here for the early stage. Just not. And I wouldn't have any problem in the Rogers Center where the ball can get up out of there playing any collection of Tampa Bay lefties. I think this is a really good spot for them. We're going to see those guys priced down dramatically. I'm talking Corey Dickerson, Duda, Longoria, Logan Morrison. Like, all of these cats are under 4K, man. And it's crazy. Like, all of these, the highest salary guy is Souza at 3.7. And that you're going to see a lot of ownership there. Not that you need to pay down. Not that you need to pay down. And Kaheem Jones says Odorizzi will probably be the chalk. And that makes perfect sense. It really does. Let's take a look at what what they do on the road versus right-handed pitching. The Tampa Bay Rays, that is. Let's take a look. Oh, yes. 25.4% K rate, a 174 ISO with a 303 WOBA. So by all intents and purposes, man, they're not going to go out and hang up, 12, 15 runs, theoretically. But against Nick Tepesh, man, the pitcher that is bad. I would most certainly grab a hold of some of those Tampa Bay bats without question, without question. And you got to think about it too, because in the 4-game slate, man, getting too contrarian, getting too cute will totally leave you in the dark. But at the same time, if it does work out, it can really set you up to be ahead of everybody else. So look for that play, look for those plays. They're always out there. Next game we got is the San Francisco Giants and the Miami Marlins. You got Ty Block at 6.9, Adam Conley at 5.8. This is another game that this is a game that I just don't see scoring highly. I think pitching from this game is what can really help you out. I think pitching from this game is what can really help you out. You've got the San Francisco Giants on the road, going to Marlins Park, where very solid spot for pitching. Let's take a look. I'm gonna take a look at what the Miami Marlins do at the crib versus lefties. One of the better teams in the league, in my opinion. 21.9% K rate, 116 ISO, 285 WOBA. But this is over the last, I want to say the last 30 days. This is over the last month. So those numbers have come down dramatically. Stanton has been automatic. Lock him in. Every day I say there's nobody can hit another jack. He does. Bam, hits another one. He did it yesterday. So if you wanted to, continue to roll him, that makes perfect sense. Ty Block is not very good. He's the one guy in this rotation that I have the most confidence in easily. Him and Marcell Ozuna, really good at punishing those left-handed pitchers. On the other side, you got Adam Conley at 5.8. Now that's a guy I think I can get behind, because I really do believe that you're going to get some struggling from the lefties against lefties when it comes to the San Francisco Giants here. Let's go and take a look what they do on the road versus left-handed pitching. The San Francisco Treats. Let's see what's happening. Okay, 18.9% K rate, 142 ISO with a sub 300 WOBA, right around 290. That makes Adam Conley playable for me at 5.8, very cheap in price. 0.85 in his last one, 5.2, 26, 25 against very formidable offenses, Cincinnati and Texas. Maybe he pulls the stuff together, man, and we can see him not only be in line for the win with a very potent Miami offense, but we can also see him just pitch well against a lot of those left-handed bats in the rotation. So that's going to be a guy that I'm going to like, Adam Conley. I'm going to highlight him. Ty Block is not a guy that I want to play. Odorizzi, of course, is going to be a guy that's in play here. You look at Trevor Bauer as well, who I don't think people are going to want to play Bauer that much against the Boston Red Sox. So he could be somewhat contrarian, and no pitching from the Mets in the Yankees game. So that's going to be the way I look at that early slate. Let's go ahead and jump into the main joint. This is going to be a nice one too. It's going to hop into there. All right now. Oh, and this is a double joint. This is a double header. This is a double header. This is where we're going to see Chad Green. We're going to see Chad Green in the main. Let's go ahead and open that up on DK, man. Make that happen. That's what that's about. We're going to see Chad Green in the main. I can dig it. Dig it. Really good weekend, man. Lot of nice wins in the shop, man. Very pleased about that. Anytime I see y'all getting to the money, man, it does my heart good, man. It really does. So there we go. Let's go and jump into it now. At the top of this, we've got Quintana, Greinke, Kevin Guzman. Ooh, you got Greinke at home against Houston, so that means, ooh, man, this is gonna be a good one. Kevin Guzman, 8.5, been really solid in his last couple of starts. You got Colin McHugh, Jared Eichhoff, Michael Fulmer, the Bulldog. Man, we got some pitchers in some very tough spots, bro. Jake Odorizzi and Tepish, Ty Block. You got Wojciechowski, Martin Perez, Julio Teheran, Chad Bettis, Adam Conley, Jake Junis. This is gonna be a nice one. This is gonna be a nice one. I want to make sure I have the correct one. This is gonna be a nice slate, man. I like this. I like this. Pitching is really gonna force you to think, bro. It's gonna really force you to think. All right, so let's go and check it out. So Rafael Montero is pitching in the early and in the main. This is crazy. I don't get it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. All right. So, of course, no total yet for this one. It's Montero and Chad Green again. We need to find out exactly who's going to be pitching for the Mets. It cannot be Montero. Can't be pitching both of them. People will play Greinke because Houston cooled down. I'm not falling for that trap. Yeah, I was kind of agreeing with that, honestly. That's what I'm looking at. Same deal for this game. Don't love the pitching in this spot, either one. Give me the bats here. Don't have to talk too much about that. Of course, you look at Yankee Stadium, man. It's a very solid place for hitters. Fourth ranked in the league right now. Plus 17 is the park factor. That means for every 100 runs produced around the league, I'm talking base knock runs, like regular just runs, 106. You're going to get 106 here at Yankee Stadium. For every 100 home runs hit around the league, you're going to get 128 jacks here. Especially, look at that cutoff, man. Look at that right field cutoff, man. That is a shorty right there. That part right there is short, and that little section right there, that little left section right there, very short porch right there. The ball can get up over there. So it's 117 plus 117 park factor. An extreme hitter's park is what we're looking at in Yankee Stadium. That's why I'm going to love a lot of the bats here. Next game we got is the Toronto Blue Jays and the Tampa Bay Rays. We just talked about this. We're going to have to find out exactly who's going to be pitching in this spot. Of course, in the first class, we're going to be able to really rock those out. We got the Ty Block and Adam Conley. We talked about that just a moment ago. Now, first game in one of the later games at 8:05 is going to be the Cincinnati Reds and Chicago Cubs. You got Asher Wojciechowski, Jose Quintana. Quintana is 11.6. We've got Wojciechowski at 6.7. Yo, Asher Wojciechowski, man, pitched a very solid game last time. Very solid game. 18 and 20.25 in his last two starts. Very good. On the other side, Jose Quintana at 11.6. Really disappointed in his last three starts, man. 9.3, 6.45, 17.3. And I really don't see a big difference. You look at what the Cincinnati Reds can do against left-handed pitching, man. Let's take a look at them. Cincinnati Reds on the road versus lefties. This is not going to be bad at all. 17th in the league in ISO 157. That's usable with a 26.3% K rate and a 257 WOBA. So that really puts Jose Quintana in consideration. I don't know if it puts him in play, but it puts him in consideration. He's a guy that you're going to have to consider because that K rate is just too high. And this has really been working since Coarse has been back. And you know I hate to play pitchers against Cincinnati Reds when Coarse is in the lineup. But, yo, that K rate is high. 26.7% K rate. That's a really high K rate. On the other side, you got Wojciechowski at 6.7. Let's take a look at what the Chicago Cubs do at the crib versus right-handed pitching. I do not think that you're going to be I think you're going to be surprised about this. 22.4% K rate, 181 ISO, 316 WOBA. So that does put some of the left-handed bats in play. Guys that hit specifically well against righties. I think you can take it, guys. I'm not going to have a big use for Wojciechowski for me on today's slate. Next game we got Detroit Tigers and the Texas Rangers. We got Martin Perez at 6.5. We got Michael Fulmer at 7.9. Let's take a look what they do on the road. I'm talking about Detroit Tigers on the road against left-handed pitching. This could be a very solid spot for these cats, man. Look at that. 15.9% K rate, 242 ISO, 387 WOBA. This means that not only can you not play Perez at all, even after that wonderful start he had last time out during that short slate against the Mets, where he pitched 27.6%, 27.6 points on DraftKings. You cannot play this dude against the Detroit Tigers on the road versus lefties, bro. I'm telling you, easy Shelly for them. They're gonna hit him up. I love him in the spot. I love the Detroit Tigers here. It's gonna be very hot, 96 degrees, 0% chance of rain. We do have 10-mile-per-hour wind coming back toward the infield, but yo, the Detroit Tigers are so playable in this spot. And I'm gonna throw you a curveball. We look at the Texas Rangers and how well they've been doing lately, especially against right-handed pitching. If we take a look at the crib versus righties, you're going to see the Rangers right at the top in ISO, 242 ISO, 392 WOBA, 22.9% K rate. Now, what this is going to tell you that you can game stack this one. You can definitely game stack this one. Shout out to Dexter Pope, Caleb Allen. Golf Show was on point, 120 and got 2 606 cuts this week. Awesome. Yo, them cats put in work, man. Yo, DPope919. Go follow him on Twitter at DPope919. And the homie Caleb Allen, Sweatshop Grown. They are Sweatshop Grown. And came out, man, and did some shows, man, and helped some folks out in golf, man. Love them cats for that, man. Most certainly. So yeah, man. I like some Detroit bats. I like some Rangers bats. But if I had to pick a pitcher in this game, if one thing could go absolutely nutty and work in the favor of one of these pitchers, for me, it will be Michael Fulmer. I'm gonna have him. He's gonna be on my radar as sort of a contrarian play. I love the fact that he's only 7.9. If I can get him to be that bulldog, pitch deep into this game and not get knocked around, it could be a spectacular night for him. It really could be. We've got 4.9 against the Yankees, 19.2 against Kansas City, negative 5.4 against Kansas City in the game before that, 24, 10, 22, 29. So the guy does have very solid upside. He is the only pitcher in this game that I think you could even consider playing. All right. Next game we got, although we talked about the game stack being in order. Next game we got, and see, this is beautiful. I love this because we finally got Coarse back on the slate, baby. Woo! And you know what they say, okay? There's a few things they're always going to tell you. Pay up for pitching. The larger sites, or the Sharks. Oh, you got to pay up for pitching. You got to get the best pitcher on the slate. You got to, you know. They're gonna tell you, whenever Coarse is on the docket, oh my God, Coarse is so crazy. You gotta play all the bats in Coarse. Get as many bats in Coarse as you can. And they're also gonna tell you that you can't play pitching in Coarse. Okay? They're always gonna tell you that you can't play pitching in Coarse. But something that we know is, like Kaheem Jones just brought up, usually the first day in Coarse is not all that great. Usually it's not all that great. And it's a Monday. Shit goes crazy on Monday. So let's go ahead and check it out. Let's take a look. Atlanta Braves. Well, I want to make sure I have the correct pitching in this spot, man, because there's a chance. Okay, I got Julio Teheran, Chad Bettis. All right. Don't like either one of these guys. They could get knocked around. It's a 12-run total. Somebody give me some information on Bettis if you got it. I can give you the information on Teheran. Dude just sucks. 7.25, 10.25, negative 1.5, 12.25, 14, 26-22 over his last 7 starts. Just not very great at all. You send him in Coarse, bro. Oh my God. I'm gonna have some exposure to a few of the bats here. I wish the temperature was a little higher. It's only 77 degrees in Coarse with an 11% chance of rain. 10-mile-per-hour winds going out toward right field. Yo, you got 10-mile-per-hour wind in Coarse Field. Oh my God, it could be trouble. So I do envision the ownership being stupid high for a lot of these bats here, and just about anybody's gonna be in play, man. Just you can play whoever you want from the spot. But when we get in the line drive and the actual batting orders come out, we're gonna see, because a lot of the ways that we approach Coarse is, you know, I don't always just, oh my God, they're in Coarse, give me Charlie Blackmon. Oh my God, they're in Coarse, Nolan Arenado is the guy. You know, because if you roster some of the back order guys, you take a look at Cargo at 3.4 against Julio Teheran, and you get that jack or maybe that double dong. That's gonna be nice. You take a look at Trevor Story at 3.4. He gets a home run, a stolen base, and a couple hits. You look good, right? Everybody's gonna go to the top of the order, the usual suspects. But just because they're in Coarse does not mean that you have to grab the best bats in Coarse. Okay? Yes, and Nolan Arenado did leave the game with an injury yesterday. He did. On the other side, look at Markakis, man. Yo, look at some of the prices on these Braves, bro. Like, they're not getting the Coarse bump. Usually, I've seen the White Sox go to Coarse and be priced the fuck up. Like, they're not getting the Coarse bump here. This is wrong. Something is wrong here. In their NCRT 3.8. Not a big time power guy, but still. You got Nick Markakis 3.7. You got Matt Adams 4.1. Like, they're not getting the Coarse bump. Even Ozzie Albies at 2.6. So I'm gonna like some of these guys. But we wait to the batting orders come out. That way we can really assess the direction that we want to go in terms of our bats. So and because people are making shows right now, and they're saying, oh, I like this guy, this guy. Oh, you start this guy. Da, 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 da. And motherfucker, you don't know. You don't know. Shut up. You don't know. All you know is who's pitching, and you barely know that. Next game we got is the Houston Astros and the Arizona Diamondbacks. We got Coors Light on the docket, and I'm telling you, the temperature is 101, baby. It's a 0% chance of rain. Of course, they're in a dome. Colin McHugh, 8.3. Zach Greinke, 10.8. Yo, it's my belief that, pitching in this game is going to be very hard to play. It's going to be very hard to stomach pitching. Bettis is 2-0 against Atlanta this year. 3 runs in each game. Once in Colorado, once in ATL. He's 2-0. Okay? Got it. So Colin McHugh, 8.3. He was the guy that everybody was on last time and finished with 0.8 points. I have no interest in playing that dude. We look at what the Arizona Diamondbacks do at the crib versus righties. Look at that, man. In the last 30 days, baby, 252 ISO, 366 BOBA, and a 28.5% K rate. That is a huge K rate, but the ISO and the WOBA is just as big. I like him here. I definitely do. Yo, and honestly, if I had, okay, Kurt Cove says he likes Greinke in the spot. And you look at what the Houston Astros have been doing over the last 30 days, man, it just have not been prolific. I mean, we've seen them really go on some tears throughout the season where they were just nutty, and this hasn't been that way. It just hasn't been that way. So I would kind of side with that. If I had to pick a pitcher in the spot, there's no way I'm playing McHugh. So I would definitely take a look at Zach Greinke, a guy that's had some tremendous games so far this season. We take a look in his last few starts, 20, 12, 32, 27. Left a lot to be desired. 3 of the last 4 starts. But you look at, 30, 29, 30, 42, 40. I mean, the dude does have that upside. He really does. Now, my general rule of thumb is I am not playing a pitcher against Houston. So if you want to play Greinke, you can do that. I probably will not do that. I'm not going to attack Greinke. I'm not going to attack Greinke because I don't think he's going to be stupid high owned, right? Lefties or righty bats for Arizona. I would side quickly with the lefties. You look at Jake Lamb, look at David Peralta. Those guys are like, yo, Lamb is a righty masher. He is. But you got Goldie, who's just a champ. He's just yo, a champ. Goldie's a champ. You can play him under pretty much any circumstances. Even Ketel Marte is a guy that I kind of like at 3.4 if he's in the rotation. So on the other side against Zach Greinke, don't love a lot. I mean, there's probably a limited amount of guys that I would play just because Greinke has been so good and he's been very good in Chase Field. So this is going to be a very nice game. Could be super offensive. I think people are going to have to decide which if they're going to want to go because there's 3 games that could blow the fuck up. That could just blow up on this slate. It's the Houston Arizona game could blow up. The Atlanta Colorado game could blow up, and also that Detroit Texas game could blow up. Those 3 games could blow all the way up, and we've got to really pay attention. And I would make a game stack of each of the 3 games. I would make a game stack of the 3 games. That's where I would be. I would just game stack 3 games and find some solid pitching and be done with it. Next game we got is the Kansas City Royals and the Oakland Athletics. Jake Junis 5.6, Jarrell Cotton 5.5. The Royals on the road versus righties have not been prolific, bro. They haven't. 20.5% K rate, 140 ISO. That 321 MOBA is not horrible. So that means that I wouldn't jump all over him to attack him. What that does mean to me is some of the lefty bats here against Jarrell Cotton are definitely going to be in play. You look on the other side of what the Oakland Athletics do at the crib versus righties. They haven't been horrible, man. I'm talking 23.3% K rate, 188 ISO, 321 WOBA, so they definitely have some usable bats there. Don't think you have to load up, but you got 10-mile-per-hour wind in the old Coliseum, 0% chance of rain, 60 degrees with a dew point of 56, 87% humidity. Should be a nice one. Should be a nice one. But I would side more towards the Kansas City lefties and a couple of the Oakland lefties in the spot too. Next game we got is the Philadelphia Phillies and the San Diego Padres. Jared Eichhoff, 8K. Travis Wood, 5.3. Taking a look at Wood in his last couple starts, 8.65, 8.45, 25 against Pittsburgh. Do not love him here. KC is hot as fuck. Yes, they are. Do not love him here. On the other side, you got Eichhoff at 8K. 21, 13.3, 9.85, 21.9. Yo, my first inclination is to take a look at Eichhoff here. But man, the pods, man, have been so good. Most notably, cats like Manuel Margot, Solarte, Margot, the other kids. He's been killing it, man. I can't remember his name right now. Yo, Paul Harder says plays Junis. He just played Junis. Yo, who's the other kid from San Diego that's been killing it? Perella. Perella has been killing it. So it's gonna be tough to play those guys. I want to take a look at them though. At the crib versus righties, what did they do? I want to look again at San Diego. 23.1% K rate, 193 ISO with a 306 WOBA. That WOBA is just low enough for me to take a shot at Jared Eichhoff here. But it's gonna be tough to see them in line for the win because the Phillies, man, on the road against righties, Philadelphia has just not been great. 18.3% K rate, 136 ISO with a 309 WOBA. They just have not been great. So we're going to have to revisit that Most certainly. Next game we got, the last game on the slate is going to be the Baltimore Orioles and the Seattle Mariners. Kevin Guzman, 8.5. I think he can be the chalk easily. He's been pitching lights out over the last few. That 10-point game against the Angels, we kind of saw that coming. Didn't really want to throw all of our eggs in that basket, but you look at the 4 games before that: 27 against Detroit, potent offense; 33 against Texas, in Texas, very potent offense; Tampa Bay, 28. Texas again, 27. 35 against Tampa Bay down here. Yo, dude has been killing it, man. He really has been. He's been killing it. The latter part of the seasons. And Baltimore pitchers together have been really good. And we take a look at the Seattle Mariners here and what they do at the crib versus right-handed pitching. And I don't think they've been that awesome, man. 25.1% K rate, 166 ISO, 320 WOBA. Yes, Guzman is in play. He is squarely in play. Looking at the Baltimore Orioles and what they do on the road versus righties, they've been pretty decent. 18.2% K rate, 172 ISO with a 301 WOBA. We've seen Manny Machado wake up some. We've seen Trey Mancini swinging a hot bat too. So, Baltimore has been balling out. They're one of the hotter teams right now in the American League. So I definitely think those guys do deserve consideration. Giovanni Gallardo, just not a very good pitcher here. 4.95, 3.65, 14, 10, 3, 16, 12, -4 in his last 9 starts. Not good for him at all. So I can definitely see getting behind Kevin Guzman here in this spot. So let's take a look at some of the pitching here, just to be that we can get a grasp on who we like the most. Quintana is in play. Kevin Guzman, Jared Eichhoff, some Michael Fulmer on some hedge type shit. Jake Odorizzi here. Adam Conley's a guy that I do have interest in that Miami game. So, this could be a good one. This could be a very good one. Jake Junis, 8 innings, 1 run, 7 Ks last game, 31 DraftKings points. Alonzo going. The A's suck. Yes. Okay. Okay. I got it. Matter of fact, let's go take a look. Let's go back. Go back to Junis. Yeah. At 5.6. 5.5 in his last start. 12.85, 7.4, 21 against San Diego, -10 against Houston, 9.7 against Minnesota. Play Stanton no matter what. Yeah, this is against the A's, man. And the A's at the crib versus righties, man. They 23.3% K rate. That's not horrible, man. But that 188 ISO is scary. So we're gonna come back and revisit this stuff, man. We're gonna check this out. So, meet me at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the line drive, and that's when we get the lineups. We get the actual lineups and the line drive. That's what we do. We get the lineups, and that's the line drive. So we're gonna go through those one by one, chop them up, dissect them, build our lineups, enter our tournaments, and do our thing. So this, of course, has been your DFS Jerusalem. You can follow me on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem, letting you know, man, if you're on FanDuel, keep it 250. If you're on DraftKings, keep it 200. You rocking with the best of DFS Jerusalem, so I'm always, and you are always, always keeping it 300. Peace. We out.